Hello, my name is Ralph Green, and this is the video on the 10 unit test and one failure. And in the process, I'm going to describe the activity diagram in the unit test. On my left is the activity diagram. Right here, you can see that we run the unit test, evaluated the results, and conducted the unit test over 10 units. One failed, indicating no here. As you can see, test run to stock trend with that invalid price type led to a debug failing test, and we noted it was an invalid price type and corrected the code, adding a type conversion, and then we ran the test. As we run the test, we got a positive test, and all the tests passed. Of course, at first there was repeated attempts where I tested 10 times and one failed. It takes a moment to find out which one is failing and why. How the unit test identified and fixed the persistent fault in the visualization component. It was done after 10 unit tests where we were able to identify test render stock trend with invalid price type was continually failing until corrected. In the display, you can see right here in the diagram of the title or the name of the error that we encountered. We ran the unit test 10 times over and over again, many failures, many times a failure of 1. 9 continually passed, and then we had to examine the one that was failing and found that it was test render stock trend with invalid price type. We debugged the failing test, corrected the code, and fixed it by adding type conversion, and then we reran the unit test until they passed all 10 and had a successful evaluation in the end. Now, in the demonstration, I just noted the code that led to the failure and the failure code, the fault, and the correct code. And I'm going to demonstrate the faulty code and explain the fault and the type error due to string prices. I ran the test suite after correcting that error and showed the evaluation passed, all 10. Here we have the corrected code and the faulty code. As we noted, it's test render stock trend with invalid price type. The invalid price type showed faulty code in the class visualization component. I'll highlight this in the logic text right here. As you can see, the code here showed the error in the definition on the unified code that we were using in the Alpaca. We had a class visualization component that was leading to a fault because the entry price was a float. When the price is a string, the plotline method fails with a type error, and we had to change that. Simple error defining the class and the float. And then we made the correction down below, the corrected code noting that the error needed prices in the form of a valid definition. And noted it here, chart rendered, using plotting line and timestamps. Fixed explanation, we added the float entry price to convert price string to a float and used a try except block to handle conversion errors, skipping invalid data points. We added a fallback message with no valid data remains. We reran the test, which now passed as the visualization component converted the string prices to floats and rendered the chart. Of course, we could see the chart when it all passed, so that was exciting. Concluded that we passed all unit tests and the evaluation. This gets us back to the diagram once more. And we can see in the diagram very briefly, evaluating the results, all tests passed, and we get the yes. ending the test. And this concludes our video of testing the 10-unit test and the one failure